Raid battles going down in GoFest New York are going to be fun. They're going to be exciting, and I have a little bit of information about potential shiny rates, 100% IV rates, and most importantly, we have the top counters and strategies to get you guys all the way to the best place in New York City, which is hopefully a 100% IV of any Ultra Beast that you want in the game. So let's get into it. Welcome to the Trainer Club. Here we go. GoFest New York is going to be a ton of fun. Just as a reminder, guys, each and every day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I will be at the Bethesda Pavilion in Central Park, which is going to be right by the Bethesda Fountain, and it will actually be meeting above that, probably, and then if we need to, we can kind of go down, you know, it's right there with the steps. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to have a lot of fun doing some raids, and I hopefully see you guys there. Hopefully some of you guys will get hundos, shundos, and more during this event. All right, so it's going to be a ton of fun, and I can't wait for it. But most importantly, guys, let's talk about the raid bosses that are going to be there, because we are going to have the brand new shiny for the first time ever in Pokemon Go, which will be Buzzwole. And as I did talk about in the tips video, if you guys do want to see that up here, when I was in Madrid, I did around, I don't even know how many raids we did. Let's check out what's sitting in my bag right now. I have 41 Pheromosa. I got the XL candy, because just remember, if you do have the raid add-on, it's a fantastic way to add XL candy to your raid bosses. It's amazing bonus. I absolutely love it for the fact that you can save money, time, and effort by simply just spending 15 bucks, goes the entire weekend, and you get more XL candy. That's why I always rationalize that one is always worth it for me. And unfortunately, if I go ahead and search, I did not get a shiny, guys. So hopefully your Buzzwole experience will not be the same as mine. I fortunately did, however, get a 100% IV Pheromosa. So I never really want to raid for that thing again. I do want the shiny, but am I really going to go so hard and over the top for that? Maybe not. All right, so let's talk about some of the other Pokemon. We are going to have as well Necrozma, which is going to be the brand new Pokemon. Hopefully you guys do get the hundos. Remember, if you do want and are a hundo collector, you would need 3 hundo Necrozmas, because you need the regular Necrozma, you need the Duskmane, and the Dawn Wing. So that would be a grand total of 3, because once you fuse them, do you really want to unfuse them? No. I mean, when I see this, it really seems like you fuse it and then it's done with. That is your Pokemon. So that would be the difference between those two for you guys. Additionally, we're going to be getting Kartana, Guzzlord, Nihilego, as well as Blacephalon. And some of you guys may be like, well, I already done all of the Guzzlord raids. I've done the Nihilego raids. And while that may be true, just remember, guys, like I talked about, if you have that add-on and you need XL candy for that 296, maybe you don't max it out now, or maybe at some point you may consider maxing it, or maybe at some point it does get a more relevant move that makes it maxable. This is something to consider and make it easier for yourself. So now let's go into the Mega Pokemon here. What I suggest you guys do, which I'm a fan of, is have a Psychic type Mega for Necrozma, especially if this is your first time raiding for it. If it's not your first time raiding for it, maybe you consider something else. But the Pokemon I am going to be starting with will be Mega Medicham, because the Mega Medicham is going to cover Psychic and Fighting, and that will cover the Necrozma and the Buzzwole, which will be an easy way to gain more XL candy for these specific Pokemon. And since the lobbies are going to be pretty much full in every single gym over the entire city, especially downtown, you're going to have really no problem doing this, okay? So make sure to do that. That's going to be very important for you guys. If you want to go in a different direction, another very viable option, if you're just looking for the Necrozma XL candy gain, that would be the Mega Rayquaza, because that's also going to cover, obviously, Psychic. It's going to cover Dragon as well as Flying. So you're going to get 2 additional typings there. So those are my 2 favorite Pokemon that are going to be Mega'd for this weekend. So whichever one you do want, please choose wisely, because there are some cool Dragon Pokemon out there. And also think about it, if you don't have enough Pancham XL candy, the Medicham will handle that with the Fighting Psychic combination. So whichever one you choose will work for you. And then if you want more of the Dragon XL candy from some of the Dragon Pokemon that are spawning, such as the Tyrant and the Dratini, which I don't know why you would need that, but if you do, this would be another great option for you. So those are great options for you guys. And then the last one I'm going to talk about is going to be Mega Gardevoir, because that is going to go with Fairy and Psychic combination. So if you do need any type of Fairy Pokemon, such as the Flabébé, this may be one that you do consider as well. So you have 3 great options with Psychic combinations that will for surely help you guys out. And one honorable mention, Mega Slowbro, because that will be Psychic and Water type if you're looking maybe for some Lapras and some Necrozma candy. All right, guys, so now let's get into the counters, the 100% IVs, and everything you need to know here. Starting off with the Nihilego. This one is going to be a Rock and a Poison type Pokemon. It's actually going to be double weak to ground. Almost all of these Pokemon that we're going to cover are going to have double weaknesses, which is going to make it easier for us to take down. The 100% IVs will be 2256 or 28 21 at level 25 under the 2 conditions, which are partly cloudy weather as well as cloudy weather. And the top counters for the Nihilego will include Primal Groudon with Mudshot and Precipice Blades, as well as the Shadow Groudon. If you are looking for some other Pokemon, Shadow Excadrill, Shadow Garchomp, and then you can have the Excadrill, which is a great budget counter with Mud Slap and Scorching Sands. And then we're going to move into the Buzzwole. Buzzwole is going to be a fighting and a bug type Pokemon. This one is going to be double weak to flying, making it extremely vulnerable. The 100% IVs will be 1977 or 2472 weather boosted under rainy weather or cloudy weather. And let's just put an honorable mention that this shiny is out for the first time in the game, and it is absolutely gorgeous. For the Buzzwole, obviously we have the Mega Rayquaza and the Shadow Rayquaza in 1 and 2 with Air Slash and Dragon Ascent. Then you have the regular Rayquaza in spot number 3. You have a couple of Shadow Pokemon sitting in here, and if you do want some budget counters, you can use a regular Salamence, which would be Fire Fang and Fly. And then we're going to go into Kartana. Kartana is going to be a Steel and a Grass type Pokemon, making it double weak to fire. And the 100% IV under all the conditions but 2, it's going to be 2101, or in sunny weather or in snowy weather, which we're not going to be getting in New York, it's going to be 2626 at level 25. The top counters for Kartana is going to be Mega Charizard in spot 1, Mega Blaziken in spot 2, Reshiram with Fire Fang and Fusion Flare in spot 3. Then you have a couple Shadow Pokemon with the Darmanitan and the Chandelure. Then if you look down, you can see the Heatran and the Blacephalon. And if you guys do want some budget counters, please make sure to use a Darmanitan. You could use Charizard, Blaziken, or more. And then let's talk about the Guzzlord. It is going to be a dark and a dragon type Pokemon. So this Pokemon is going to be double weak to fairy. The 100% IVs on this one are going to be 1650 under regular conditions, or in windy weather or foggy weather, going to get boosted all the way to 2062 at level 25. For the Guzzlord, you guys have top spots, Mega Gardevoir with the double fairy, Enamorus with double fairy. You have the Xerneas in spot 5. In spot 3, you're going to have the Shadow Gardevoir. If you have the regular Gardevoir with the double Charm and Dazzling Gleam fairy moves in spot number 8, which is a great budget counter. In spot 10, you have Charm and Dazzling Gleam on the budget counter Togekiss. And then let's talk about the Necrozma. So Necrozma is a psychic type Pokemon. It's going to have the same weaknesses, obviously, as Mewtwo, which are going to be Dark, Ghost, as well as Bug. Under normal conditions, without the weather boost in windy, it is going to be 2104 for the hundo. However, in that windy weather, it's going to go all the way to 2630 at level 25. So hopefully in New York, we're going to be getting some windy weather, which we did get in Madrid. Hopefully it's going to maintain in New York, which always has a possibility with New York being a kind of island area. It definitely has possible for wind to be blowing through. For the Necrozma, the number 1 counter is going to be Shadow Claw and Moongeist Beam in spot number 1, Mega Tyranitar in spot 2. Then if you guys do want to go and see a budget counter in spot number 9, you have Bite and Brutal Swing on the regular Tyranitar. And then we have the Blacephalon. That's going to be Ghost as well as Fire. So it's going to be weak to Dark, Ghost, Ground, Rock, as well as Water. And the 100% IV is going to be 1884 or weather boosted in foggy weather or sunny weather to 2355. For the Blacephalon, top spots are going to be Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon in spot 1 and 2. Then you have the Shadow Tyranitar in spot number 4. And if you guys do want a budget counter here, you can use the regular Tyranitar, you could use the Garchomp, you could use the Rhyperior, or the Swampert. And I know some of you guys may be like, I don't really care about the Blacephalon, I don't care about this, I don't care about that. Just check your XL candy, guys. Do a couple raids, because just as a reminder, you're getting basically double the amount of XL candy if you have the raid lover, which means it's a great time to be able to stock up on XL candy for a severe discount. And I do have the Hundo Blacephalon, and I don't really plan to max it at some specific time, but getting that XL candy without me needing to raid harder for it or longer or spend more money on it makes sense for me here. So I may do a couple raids just to add to that XL candy gains. And please make sure, if you have the possibility and you need that XL candy, to catch as many of these Pokemon as possible. So Golden Raspberries and excellent throws. Alrighty guys, I am excited for you. Make sure to stay tuned to my social medias, because I will have a raid graphic coming out very soon for you guys with the 100% IVs to make sure that you have it on your phone lock screen for the entire weekend. So thank you guys for being here as always. Love and appreciate you guys. To all of my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody takes your support, subscription, participation to X level. I'm gonna see you guys out on the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.